tagged to Baltimore.
What?
We're tagged for Baltimore.
Tagged for Baltimore. They're holding the door open.
Good morning. Such good work.
What is this turtle cute?
This could be a definitely trip to remember. We're all ready to go. I'm in 22. Oh, God.
Are all the teachers back behind the kids?
No, no, not necessarily.
I get the window in there. I think Junior.
Check your what? No. That might help you be in focus finally. I hope. Letting this Greg do some focusing for me. Now we got everybody loading.
Where are you? 17.
Oh, the W's Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can't figure that out.
St. Louis. Here we are getting ready to change planes. The crew lined up. Where's that a line? Like a mile. Preparing to depart for Baltimore. You guys need to say hi.
Hi. Chat line. What you doing?
What? Oh gosh. Careful. Camera's only licensed.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Sola. At this time, we're getting ready to start the boarding process on TWA Flight 388 from Baltimore. We'd like to begin our boarding process with the Lewis Middle School. We'd like to pre-board at this time, team number 51. We have a group boarding.
Thank you. How's your hand, sister? All right, Mr. Pike, what a trip. Was it great?
You missed us. We're not in there.
No, I didn't. Come in, hold me.
But you missed us.
No, we didn't. I couldn't miss you.
Don't trip.
Are we having fun, Miss Trey?
I don't make enough money, you don't have. Well, you're right.
Fine. I want a blockhead, I'll take you to fix it.
I'm trying to take people you're saying besides me, don't let her out. I don't think you'll let her out. You're a kid. You really are.
Have you got the cover?
Who's a good, Colleen?
Yeah.
is such a
I love
shy
these pictures.
child.
Look at this, it even gets the hair in her ears.
Here you missed us, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright.
With our happy band. Everybody's so excited to be back on the ground. I can tell. You just look so good. Aren't you glad to be here? I know I am. And Miss Cole, once again, giving us her best side. I think it's an appropriate. Ernie.
Where's his house? Is that it or is that it?
He'll be out here. This is it. Cannot take any pictures inside. Remember that.
Why do they do that? Why do they do that?
Because it flash damages the upholstery and the paint. Flash actually does damage. That intense reflection of light, see, will do damage. It's like too much. It's been in the like something's been out in the sunlight too long. That fades it. That flashing light will damage. There's one of our intrepid leaders. Here on Mount Vernon. Home of George Washington.
Use my flash.
We are in the tour of the overseer's quarters.
Well, you got to stay with me. Go do it, Jamie.
Mike.
What AWC?
Here to the right.
This is called the approach to the tomb, which is the new, or the more recent burial site of the Washingtons from the old tomb. We just beautiful day, you can see here, about 84, 85 degrees. Oh, excuse me, Billy. It's all right.
Move. Tim, move. Tim. Oh, hi. Mr. Michael, how come you couldn't tape inside the thing?
Well, just because they don't want you to.
Yeah, but Dad, you're not exposing anything, are you?
You wouldn't think so. Thanks, John. We're in the upper garden. Here at Mount Vernon. Very beautiful, well manicured, well kept gardens. Back towards the magnolias, the palms you see here. Right. There's Billy taking pictures. There are magnolia trees. Beautiful, beautiful location.
That was the greenhouse. Where you guys going?
Here along the greenhouse. This area fully restored. It's now a museum and gift shop. And most of our crew is right now. Beautiful, beautiful grounds here.
Yeah.
Church, which was the church of Robert E. Lee and George Washington both. Restored today.
Well, I think I got it.
Architecture and style is much older.
Hey, where are we going now, Miss Paul?
We're going through Old Town Alexandria. All right. Old Town Alexandria is what is known as Incorporated Town. In about 1749, it was known as Belhaven. And the name was changed by a gentleman by the name of Gerald Alexander, who was a Scottishman. And he owned most of the land over here. Now, Old Town Alexandria, all is a seaport town. A lot of fish over here, tobacco town that it was. It still is a pretty good seafood town. Looking at this house right here on the left-hand side, the white house with the green shutters. Okay? Look to your left, right there where the window is open. That little black box up there, that is called a looking glass. Today we have it in our homes and it's known as a peephole. What they do with that would come to the window and look down to see what anybody down there they did not want to be bothered with or bill collected. That was their looking glass back in the 1800s. Now, another thing about these homes here in Old Town Alexandria is that if you notice, most of them have shutters and shutters on the doors. Reason being, if there was a war, soldiers coming down the street, and they would close the doors and close the windows with the shutters, so they'd like nobody to be at home and they didn't want to be bothered. Now, if you look down in the right-hand side of that White House, you'll see a plaque down there. You'll see a plaque on that one, you'll see a plaque on the gray one. All these houses around here that you'll see have little plaques on them down on the right-hand side. That means that they are a historical home. They belong to the Historical Society. The house cannot be changed from the outside. It can be done from the inside, but the outside has to remain the same. We call these houses row houses. Nowadays we call them townhouses. Now if you look back at the house back there that has the American flag in the front of it, you'll see a fire engine there. Anybody that has that kind of a plaque or has a gentleman with a fire hat on means that they hit fire insurance in their home. And that means that their house would be saved before anybody else's home because they hit the fire insurance on it. Meeting house. Right here on our left-hand side. Today it is still used as a meeting house and sometimes it's even used as a church.
As you look back here to the left-hand side, right back, you'll see the soldier from the Revolutionary War, the tomb of the unknown soldier, right there to the back. Now, all of these homes over here are part of the historic society because they've got the plaque there. And as you see, you've got an upper deck and a lower deck. Most of them are just two-story homes. Reason being because of the insurance. That's why most of them were just a two-story home. Like some of the homes today are 3 stories and a lot of rooms inside of them. You'll see a lot of brick over here in Old Town Alexandria, plus a lot of wood. And most of the homes built out, and they're still standing today. Some of them have been reconstructed, but have been taken back to the wood. And you'll see a lot of brick fences. That's been here because of during the war. They would shut everybody out, but they put their guns up over the wall to protect themselves. This is still Old Town Alexandria. You see a lot to the right here. You'll see a lot of brick streets, a lot of cobblestone streets you'll see here in Old Town Alexandria. Very historical town. During President's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Independence Day in Old Town Alexandria, everybody around here just about dresses up into the original attire. The old hats and everything to protect what has happened during that era. They do the 21-gun salute over here in Old Town Alexandria, along with the Marine Barracks and also over at the Iwo Jima Memorial. Right here to our left is Ledbetter's Calcapari shop. It's like a pharmacy. We call it a pharmacy today. There they would get all their medicines and pills and everything. This is the center of Old Town Alexandria. Right there on Sundays and Saturdays, they have the greatest antique fair that you can imagine, right in that center there. Down here to our right is where all the seafood restaurants, all the specialty shops are right down in this area over here. But during the weekend, it's sometimes during the night, it's pretty busy over here in Old Town Alexandria. Down to the left is the original jail here in Old Town Alexandria. You see again the stars. All the stars on here and the little asterisk up here on the left-hand side mean that there's no steel beams going through there. It's just a rod that's holding that building together along with brick. Gatsby's Tavern is a favorite restaurant back in George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Robert E. Lee's day. It was a fine restaurant, a watering hole too, where everybody used to gather. In that restaurant today, everything is still by candlelight except for the kitchen. We still have candlelights on the tables, still have candlelight chandeliers inside of that restaurant. And here's one of the oldest American Legions in Old Town Alexandria's post number 24. This is where they began at. This was their first beginning, and they're still there today. Most of the homes that you see over here in Old Town Alexandria are very expensive now. Most of them range in the price from anywhere from $175,000 to $500,000. Reason being is because of the yuppie crowd. The Ivy Leaguers that have moved over here and taken all of the buildings back to its original.
Look, kids, here's 3 stories with the beams, with no beams.
Go ahead, young lady. Now everybody move up now. Give me a chance to turn the corner. Sold 2 months ago for $225,000. The little black house right here on our right-hand side. Now I want you to come right here. I want you to come to the front because I'll open up the door so you can get out on the sidewalk. Don't make like a spectacle now. they take the building and keep the same facade, but they cut out the rest of them, but they keep the front. So they have that old authentic, thank you, look. And that's how they do it. You can see this house right here is going through a whole new transition. Everybody gets into around this area because of it being the nation's capital. They really get into the antiques over here. Now. This is the Boyhood Home of Robert E. Lee. Now we're going to get into the Lee family when we get to Arlington National Cemetery, where they were a big family around Washington. Across the street is the Lee Findle home. Mr. Findle was in love with the Lee daughters. He died, I'm going to use that term, trying to marry one of the Lee daughters, and he finally did. But that house over there belonged to the Lee Findle. The Lees, we're getting to Arlington National Cemetery. I'll give you more about the Lee family.
Yes. Do you have to pay $595 every year when you go?
Me? No. I just bought it.
Gosh, I want to look at more teachers. So expensive. I'd like to go with Mom.
Oh yeah. Well, see, the marina's right over here, just crossing the Pentagon.
I don't come this way.
Yeah.
Because I've been to the restaurant time over here. Nobody can give you a break.
No, they don't have much sympathy.
Jump across the Memorial Bridge out to your fence. Right there. Okay, now do you remember, because I know somebody's going to ask me before it's all over with, and if you can remember, this is National Airport to the right, and this is where the airflow of the plane was coming. Remember that? And it hit the 14th Street Bridge. Well, this is the 14th Street Bridge.
Do you remember that's the one where that man went back to the 4 times?
That's right. He was rescued.
And then he died?
He died, right. Risked his life saving the stewardess.
The first time we were here. So
All
there's
right.
just people going home?
Yes, ma'am. Do you think that's bad? We were going to the hotel right now.
Oh, yes. We don't do these roads at this time.
So we'll see it in the morning. We'll see what rush hour's like in the morning.
Yeah, but I like those nice little, the express lane.
Express lane, right. Now, look right here to the left, look to the right. These two buildings on either side, we're not going to get a chance to go into, especially this one here on the left-hand side. This is the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. This is where all of your paper money is made. You can get a sheet of 37 $1 bill, the whole sheet, but not for $37. They charge you about $42 for the sheet. Postage stamps are made here along with your food stamps, are made right here in the Government Bureau of Engravings. Now, the red brick building on our left-hand side used to be called the old Auditor's Building for the Bureau of Printing and Engraving, but now it's going to be the new building for the Holocaust, for all of those that perished during the Jewish Holocaust. This is going to be their new memorial to them right here on the corner of 14th and Independence Avenue.
Will that be a museum there?
Yes, ma'am. There will be a museum there. To the right of us is the Department of Agriculture. As you see, you can see the two walkways. They walk right between the both buildings without coming outside. Now, the Department of Agriculture takes care of all our food products and everything that goes on in our bodies. Now, something else new or different about that is that the University of Maryland has an extension here at the Department of Agriculture. So,
Excuse me, Sam is from Mr.
Yeah.
about an hour.
There's my favorite.
They're not busy all the way. About an hour.
It's Smithsonian.
Now see, now I'm gonna tell you, now don't y'all panic on me. Now, if we don't get to go into the Washington Monument because of line, don't worry about it because they're open until midnight. So we will get in there. But just in case you don't get in there while you're downtown tomorrow, don't worry about it. We'll catch you before we get out of here. I guarantee. Unbelievable. Okay, looking right ahead of you. The Capitol, Pennsylvania Avenue. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. What's wrong?
Equestrian again. To your left.
Yeah.
Winfield, Scott, Winfield is Hancock.
Winfield Scott, Hancock. Don't worry about it. We're going to come back to all these buildings. I'm just in a hurry trying to make up some time. So we're going to come back down here.
Washington for a dance cruise tonight. There's our crew.
You can't get me.
Hey, we just swimming. Oh, man. I got it now. Hey, stop picturing me walking because you can see my face.
Great dance cruise. We are in the shadow of National Airport. We have Levi and Sam, our drivers, guides, and the rest of the Excelsior bunch. Ms. Norris is high. Miss Ray, and Ms. Ray, and the rest of our darlings.
I wouldn't do you like that, Barbara. You felt weight, didn't you?
Stay over against the wall. Against the wall. Stay over.
I gave him my dollar.
Stay over.
Stay against the wall. That's what I'm doing.
Get over. The walls. What are you talking about?
Guys, you use the best foot for it. Close your eyes. Oh, no. Why don't I show me? Give me the shorts.
As we load up for the dance.
Hi, Mr. Michael. Hi, Mr. Michael. How you doing? Heather.
That's right.
Don't do that, man. That's gonna be crowded. Jeez. That's your
The Malcolm Marine. There are no chairs up there?
Those guys.
No chairs?
Where's Lauren gonna sit?
This is different than baseball.
It is? How different? It's bigger?
Newer, cleaner. I think the other one had.
The air conditioner has allowed this back bar.
Hi, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Matt, you're leaning the boat. Get back, Matt.
Here's what we're gonna do all day. What? No, baby. We don't do that.
You dumb me in. I'm just gonna stand here all day.
There's a boat about our size.
I'll stand right here.
If that wasn't so jerky, I'd jump in.
One of the tall ships. The Gazella.
Are you gonna make copies for this for everybody?
You right?
You gonna make copies for everybody for this? I'd like to see this.
No, you probably will.
Have a little party. They had a party last year, didn't they? At Rainbow.
You don't have to hold the button down. You can yeah. Next time you push it, it'll go off. You don't want to turn too quickly though. Okay? Because you see, you have to allow time. You can't turn too quickly because if you turn too quickly, yeah, sorry.
How's everybody doing out there? My name's Rick. I'm from Bristol Sounds. Be your DJ tonight. If you got a favorite song, request, dedication you want to hear, come on up and ask me. See what I can do to play for you. Naughty Girls is coming up.
Oh, it is on it.
Hi, Trump.
Can't get up real close. Jet? Jet?
I'll catch it.
Take it off the neck, careful. Now we got my best side. We're going to start the tour. We start the tour today, actually with the Bureau of Printing and Engraving, which doesn't allow any pictures. But now we're getting ready to go to the White House, and once again there'll be no pictures allowed in there either. Standing here across, though, from the Department of the Treasury, you see on the front here the statue of the first Secretary of the Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, well known as one of the first founders of our monetary system. The equestrian statue here depicts the different battles of the Civil War and is a Civil War memorial. Notice the different battles that are listed here. And the actual figure on the equestrian statue is William T. Sherman. Of course, also known as Bloody Sherman for his march to the sea, along with his legions. Just a beautiful day in Washington, D.C. Once again, a list of all the battles involved of major importance. Erected by the Society of the Army of Tennessee. Here, of course, we see the entrance gates to the White House. The ellipse, and our group, which is now down here dealing with the vendors. And here's our happy band. Ready to go to the White House.
You been there? Not this time.
Happy band.
The line's long. Hi, Margaret, we can keep getting further.
Stand up, you two. Bow your heads and look ashamed. Say, you did not listen.
Who has a ticket? Who has a ticket? You're in. Where's Jeremy?
What cost you deals?
Beautiful day. So we look across the ellipse. We are at the Sports Theater. Here's a laser gun. You all right? More of our crew at rest. Our illustrious leader and our not so illustrious crew.
I hope you're tired today.
Spoken like a true sponsor.
This war, which turned these countrymen against one another, the slow progress of these generals past the state. In the summer of 1860,
supposedly Lincoln was running when he was assassinated. So I got to think.
Is it on? Gee, don't forget to get the guns.
If I got them, thank you.
Sorry.
It's
Would
all
you
right.
move so you could get nothing? I didn't.
Tracked him down by cattle, rooted in the barn, which was then set afire. He was shot. He tried to fire his pursuers. Names below, Sergeant Boston Phillips, who killed Booth.
Mr. Michael, we're going upstairs. Out that way. Yeah. Out that way.
That's right. Lewis Payne died in the hospital as attempted murder. Thursday, we pursued her during the French bills and then victim by Spence Johnson was also dead. David Harrell, Mr. Guy Powell, the city of a changed mind for the group until he was hanged. Edmund Spring, our stage individuals are made summary. Count Liz escaped, given 6 years old later. There's their crew again.
Mr. Michael.
Okay.
Hey, wait, I don't understand this.
I'm not surprised.
Sit down.
I'm not surprised.
Can we go up there and sit
You're
down?
fine right there. You've got a better
Mr. Michael, you eat slow.
No, last.
Mr. Michael. Mr. Archie.
Hi, nerds.
Look who's talking.
More nerds.
Hey, is this the
Captain Nerd.
Let's go.
street here we see the Peterson House, also known as the house where Lincoln died. We'll go over and see, along with our illustrious leaders, where some more illustrious people may die if they aren't careful.
Well, you guys so sweet. Up those
This was a boarding house.
The interior of the Peterson House. Yeah. To the back of the house.
They got your hat. You don't want a hat like
And this had several years.
You got a medium? Tape in the back of my head. Sir Michael.
Such a pretty picture they're missing.
Sir Michael.
Go, people, stay back.
That bloodstain too right there.
I could. That's where he died. Very good, Lynn.
Lisa, stay there, please. Stay there. Lisa, stay there.
I mean, what's that?
Well, we'll get in here sometime here. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
I got half of your shirt here. Where'd you get it? It's like, watch out.
I know, I have to get in here.
Try at least.
Big glasses.
Lynn, I need your spot.
I'm gonna slide right by you, babe.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's just an exit.
Watch your step. Exit. Go.
Please watch your step. Right.
Moved from the Peterson House to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. Here we have our intrepid group lined up, receiving instructions, preparing to venture forth into the museum itself. Proximity of the mall and the Museum of American History.
There he is. Get real, Mike. You bugger.
Show you what's left.
My class better work.
Nation of Nations display.
No, we had. I went to school and we
Showing
had.
typical classroom.
And you're close to it.
About 1930.
There's no kids out there. That's very fast.
All part of the clothing and Nation of Nations. Go ahead, Gus. Too late. You're already in picture. This is all part of the military. Basic training. That's what barracks is like. Football.
Somebody dead. Eric, will you find me sleeping with the chair?
Who's the dummy?
Real dummy in here.
You guys sit your heads.
Dave. His instruments.
Dizzy.
Like your
Oh, he's the dude that has his pointed up.
Yeah, pointed up.
Kermit, it's Howdy Doody. It's Howdy Doody. Look, it's Howdy Doody.
Is that the original?
Fonzie's original jacket. Happy Days. That's the original Kermit. That's also the original Howdy Doody.
Kermit. Yeah, but did they make it? They had to make another one.
Right, they made another one.
And another.
I'll take them all together. Put them all together somehow.
Now look at Get Howdy Doody. There's Howdy Doody.
Cool. It's the pilot.
Don't you need its shirt?
Mr. Merkel, did you see The Exorcist?
Mm-hmm.
Where's it?
Oh, I haven't seen the doll for it yet, no. Look in one of the upstairs. Okay? You're welcome. Some of the greats, maybe not so greats. Smithsonian. Serpent bass cornetto with 3 keys. Very unique instrument. Part of the male exhibit. Male Swede American. Designs of stamps, different types of meters, some models of the original types of mail delivery, along with various other souvenirs and examples. The mail exhibit are the different presses, types of printing presses. A good example of the old rail mail bag pickup. In the background, one of our early examples of post-dispatch rider. This is called the trackside mail crane. Used until 1968, not an uncommon type. Many different types of presses, all part of the great American history. And here the camera. And many of the artworks constructed between 1972 and 1975 to commemorate the U.S. bicentennial. Many famous works of glass art and ceramics. And explanations of how the process occurs. All part of the museum.
Page with all those birds on it and everything. Did you?
First floor. It's called the Material World. With basic designs of American manufacture which have revolutionized our society. AstroTurf, for example, tire tread. Computer cable. Speed World erasers. All part of the Museum of American History. The Museum of American History, this Engines of Change is the section. You see here before you the John Bull. It's one of the first successful locomotives in North America. It's the oldest locomotive. In fact, the oldest self-propelled vehicle of any type that can still run. Built for the Camden and Amboy Railroad of New Jersey in 1831. Continued until 1865. Among the other many parts of the exhibit are the engines of agriculture. For example, the International donated. Donated by the American agricultural movement. In agriculture, we see an old-fashioned
Harvester by McCormick. The Huber steam tractor. This is what's the original drive wheel and shaft from the cotton gin. It's an Avery S10 Model A S10 Model A tractor. See here a Reaper. One of the original John Deere tractors, most of the spiked wheels. Examples of many of the early American pounds. Huge threshing machine. Here's your Waterloo Boy Model N tractor. Many, many parts of the American agricultural development. Horse and transportation. Many different vehicles, too many to name. Trucks, cars, wagons, carriages, stagecoaches. 1880 steam tricycle we see here. To the early motorcycles. Hope motorcycle. And with the original Harley Davidson in 1942. Good representation. The 1924 gas station. The 1928 Chevrolet coach. Moving up to today's transportation. You see some of our crew. Very interesting.
We can go away now, Miss Michael. You can leave.
We're in the railroad section. Sturbridge line. Hot Wheels. Cable car.
cable cars. From about 1888. This actually was an electric streetcar of 1898. Station, the major dining area, and a series of small specialty shops. Building has been converted into a series of specialty shops. Some of our intrepid children here.
We have 6.5 tons of Whitechapel bells, English change ring, casket in the Whitechapel Foundry, 1976, our bicentennial year. Were given to the United States by the Digital Foundation. made a presentation to Congress, the Arkansas City Congress bells. They were stored in London for 6 years, and later sent to Baltimore. Not easy to accept them from Baltimore because it was a heavy tax on them, very expensive. But in order for us to get the bells cost-free to the taxpayers, they were put on public display. And also this little model had to go through the same transition in order to be sitting here. So I can show you how they run it. I'll show you that in just one moment. The ropes above us had the three and one part called a salad. All of them are lowered to the ground. We have 10 bell players. And they pull and release and it rocks the bell. It's in the next room. It's 15 minutes of rocking the bell. You're working with that number 9 bell, which is a replica of the Liberty Bell of Philadelphia. Once it's in this position, ready to play. Release it. One full circle and strike. All bells struck once. When you're playing music on the bells, they use 10 bells, 8 bells, or 6. This chart represents the mathematical change of order. After the last person who struck their bell, the position changed gradually, more and more each time. It's done over and over for an hour and a half, playing the hour, playing a half field, or 3.5 hours if you're playing the whole field. Bells are played for opening, closing of Congress and state occasions. Bells were played Memorial Day for an hour and a half. Lady in the picture here is Princess Alexandria. She makes a presentation to the Ditchley Foundation. The Ditchley Foundation actually paid for the bells and gave them to Congress. This building was turned into a bell chamber in 1983. Before then, it was a clock tower. The 11th floor was taken out so that when the bells are played, the music would go up through the 11th floor area and out the clock face windows. We leave this level, you're going to 12. Walk down to 10 to see the bells. My name's Deborah.
And you want to say hi, Mom?
Hello. And you guys, when you go to the top, we ask you not to put your cameras in the window. You don't want you to lose them, okay?
Here. Of the old post office.
See, look. Oh, you're going there.
Looking down the Capitol.
We don't need flash out here, do we? What is that noise? Michael. I don't know if it's been doing that ever since I got here. Do we need flash?
Part of our group here. Looking around the bell tower. Washington, D.C. On the top of the old post office building. As you can see, many of our group are here again. To the Lincoln Memorial there, of course, down at the collecting pool to the Washington. Hey, what?
Are we having fun?
Of course I'm having fun.
I am. I got scared. I'm scared up here still. So big thing and windy.
Yours. Here we are at the home of the Washington Monument. Several monuments there ahead of us. And among the other monuments in Washington, D.C.
I may get hold of that camera and get you.
Oh, I've heard that threat several times.
I've heard that story.
Intrepid group waiting for their turn at the Washington Monument. And what a fine crew they are, too. I hope Miss Bosley isn't watching. Don't worry, they're not linked anywhere besides the hands. As far as at the hip, at the head, nowhere else. Siamese twins, maybe.
I'm a good girl, saving my love for you. Thank you. Air traffic from National Airport is bothering me. How about you? I only noticed that we're still Baldwin and Starlight. Yes, I'd like you to come out and bother me a little bit. Musicians are a flexible, versatile breed, as proved now by a man that not only has a high place in politics, but he's here with us tonight. Trax, you want to sing?
I'm about 4 feet in the air.
Don't wander off too close to the edge. This is fun. This is fun. We're gonna sing too. We don't want to give them the blues. It's good, but Take that highway, that's the byway, that's the best. Are there bathrooms down here?
We start our Thursday morning experiences with the awakening. Across the way is Bowling Air Force Base, where the presidential helicopters fly out of. Behind us, of course, is National Airport. Joined by another group on a charter trip.
Just look through there and push the top button. Yeah, try to get that arm Turn it sideways. I'd ride him.
Just about the same. Everybody gets to be stars today.
Don't do that.
I don't understand. We have all our beautiful morning faces on.
Are you beautiful this way?
Jason doesn't hesitate. Jason's not here. Nikki says, hello, I'm here, yes. And the infamous Squirt himself, better known for his water abilities.
Hey, give respect to my back.
Oh my gosh, Mickey's joined us. Oh, just your shirt, isn't it? Hi, Lauren. How are things with the handicap?
All pretty good.
Just kidding. Thanks, Jason. Always like that hand. Excuse me, we've now entered the realms of Mr. Cool Smeltzer. Wait a minute, do that eyebrow one more time. I like that one. Grippy, just quit trying to hide your head. Otherwise, everybody sees the point. That a girl, they'd rather see the smile than the point.
Don't run out with
Sally, Sally, Sally. Boy, do we have stories to tell your mother, huh?
Yeah, lots. I don't want to hear what he has to say.
Damon, you having fun or what?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Sorry. Did I interrupt something here? No. I'm sorry. Was your shoulder occupied, Robin, before I came back?
No.
Oh, I hope not. What's the matter, Mel? Is this a quarrel taking place here? Oh, you're avoiding talking to each other? And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have on our own bus the only girl who can wear a 44D.
Oh my God!
Would you like to explain just exactly where you hide all the rest of that, Colleen?
Why do you want to know this?
Well, because this is the roving camera. We're curious now. You guys,
I'm proud of it too.
you did a good job of hiding out. Oh, excuse me. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa. I'm in the back part of the bus. JD and Kim. Uh-oh, the temperature's gone up, definitely.
They're
We're
getting on
talking
it.
big trouble.
I'm
Excuse
joking.
me, spoken like somebody who really knows, right, Colleen?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Michael the expert.
No wonder. Yeah, but that's okay. I've had a few more years to be an expert. Someday when I grow up, do what? Oh, wait a minute. Bruised hips like Miss Nicole.
I love you and I don't believe it.
Some fun we're going to have today.
We're going to tie the tags up.
Oh, it's clear out.
Sam, look in your mirror. Ah, our man. I like these unusual pictures. Speaking of unusual,
Are you going to get those
that's all we take.
with the tent?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if that would take them.
The what now?
Will that take them out the window with the tent on the bus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
See, this has a different eye than does a camera because it's a continuous open shutter, see?
Oh, okay.
See, with the camera, it has to... We moved to the Navy Memorial Museum. Unfortunately, we were here before the museum itself will open. Here in the Navy Yard. We do have the USS Barry in the background. Along with various naval hardware. These are surface-to-air missiles, which are commonly used on many of the naval warships today.
I mean, everybody's waiting for you.
We see the rest of our crew from Levi's bus.
All right.
Terrier surface-to-air missiles. Along with more artifacts and naval hardware, various types of ship's cannon, missiles, what you see right here are two naval shells, stand about 5 feet tall. It's a 16-inch gun. These are the same size guns we use on the USS New Jersey. Iowa class battleships would include the USS Missouri, of course, which the signing of the surrender document or surrender of Japan took place on. This is an example of a Japanese depth charge thrower. Which is called a Y gun. Just threw out depth charges against underwater craft such as submarine. This is an example of the armor plate, just 26 inches thick. This came off of a Japanese battleship. Shows you the impact of a 16-inch shell through 26-inch thick armor. See radar mast, huge propeller here in the background. Other additional naval armament, hardware from different eras, most of which is that of the Second World War. What you see here are 105mm German naval guns. We have various anchors and other forms of weaponry. The berry in the background. There's not enough light. I thought I'd get your picture in front of the gun, but good morning, good morning.
Oh, good morning!
Yeah, you'll be playing
Yo, baby! Yo, Oh, look, ready? I'm gonna yell through this side and run all the way down there and get my echo. Ready?
You're doing
Go!
Let's go,
I'm impressed.
Having fun, Mr. Michael.
Amy, what'd you see?
Hello, Mr. Michael.
What'd you see?
In here,
What are you
trash.
wearing?
Trash.
There's trash.
I know.
Trash can.
Not very nice. People do that.
Dreamers.
Levi, the bus driver, is rounding up the group.
You got the bus driver following for me?
You know what? We didn't make it inside the museum.
Huh?
I said we didn't make it inside the museum. I didn't think we'd get to. No. Not really. I'm just glad that's on film.
Well, don't our hotel. Ruin your image.
John Berry. One of the original famous naval heroes of the American Revolution. At the command of the first USS Lexington. Here you actually see the mast in its entirety of a sailing ship. This, as a matter of fact, came from the frigate Constitution, pardon me. Display from old iron sardines. Spoken like a true sponsor.
What?
Yes. Here we see a traditional swabbing of the deck. Ahoy, Swabby! Just kidding. Before we get thrown out. What's that?
I said, let me hold that sucker.
I know.
How much it got me when I didn't know it.
Well, you have to wait to see.
I can hardly wait.
I like this. I wish we'd come here more often. I could spend a lot of time reading here. There's the USS Jenny. Just a wonderful collection of naval history. Meanwhile, not only does he serve as bus driver, but he serves as chief gunner for the Gold Line Reserve.
Always wanted to.
I know, you always want to blow somebody away, right there. Here's an Iwo Jima model. We'll see the real thing later. Above you see an F-4U Corsair, which was a typical Navy fighter that time period. It's a typical 38 caliber gunman, which is a 5-inch gun. What do you see, Heather?
Water.
Water? How about this? You actually become the helmsman.
What's that?
The man who steers the ship.
Oh, okay. She said. See, the telephone's right there. This one right here.
This right here is called the telegraph, engine telegraph. This would give you your speeds.
Let's stop.
This The speeds. So it said a head full, a head 1/3. This is really nice.
What's this for?
What's what for? This is called a transom. This way water didn't collect underneath the feet of the helmsman. It wouldn't be off the spot. This is actually called the ship's wheel. This actually directs the rudder. Notice the degrees. All this involved. You follow 2 different compasses, a magnetic and a true compass. This is an F4U Corsair, by the way. Up here, it's a main naval fighter. F4U is what it's called. Pardon me?
It's so hard to drive a ship. You have to know all that junk.
You think so? Good example of the kamikaze. Immediately, Francie's head pops up because she says it's dinner time again. Just kidding, Francie. This is called a 40mm quad gun. They sometimes called it a pom-pom because it made a noise. See these huge springs? When the gun fired, the recoil was reversed, and they fired in opposite. In other words, these 2 would fire, then those 2 would fire. They rock like a pom-pom. You're waving a pom-pom. Our gunners, ahoy. Scale model. Scale model of the Leyte aircraft carrier. This is the model of the atomic bomb. One that was dropped, the model of the one that's dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Hiroshima.
I thought it was Hiroshima.
Actually, it's pronounced Hiroshima, but it is spelled like that. All these naval models are pretty exciting, interesting. Battleship Missouri. You guys see this? Scale model of Missouri, where they signed the surrender documents. I can spend lots of time here. Oh, there's just too much. See, I've never been in this. The Trieste. There's a submersible, deep water submersible.
The objects are just not stuff good. You have to really get it.
60.
You see a deep sea diver? Another example of a scale model from a modern aircraft carrier. This is the Forrestal scale model. Fabulous museum. We just couldn't resist. We're having such a good time. Here we see part of our crew manning the guns. Of course, on every piece of equipment you have to have a figurehead, and there she is. Who's in charge of this crew? Should have known.
That's it right there.
Up above, once again, example of the Japanese kamikaze, the Divine Wind, a couple of deep sea submersibles. Some of our crew all taking pictures. Ms. Cole, Ms. Norris, ordering the crew about. Ahoy, mateys.
Follow us everywhere.
I know, but this may be the only time in your lives you're really in the movies. Oh, I like this. place to visit. It's the first time in several years this trip has been able to make this museum.
We just want to see what was going on.
Hey guys.
There's our original first mate, second mate, third mate.
Be sure you check out the undersea exploration before you go.
I noticed. I have to check the mermaids.
What was Old Ironsides for?
What was Old Ironsides for?
Yeah.
Old Ironsides was one of the original U.S. Navy vessels when the U.S. Navy was first commissioned. Old Ironsides was the first, one of the first to be constructed. What did they use it for?
What was it used in?
The American Revolution, as well as eventually, Ironsides was still in the Civil War.
I hate you.
Undersea exploration. First example is a leather breathing tube. It doesn't always record real well.
Hit 'em up.
Actually, Levi, that command should be all hands on deck.
Right. All hands.
You couldn't ask for two nicer and more devoted bus drivers than we have. It's Levi and Sam, who worked real hard to get us into different locations and work with our itineraries so that we could see as much as we possibly could in such a short time.
Just sit in. Yeah, sit in it.
Here you see an engine room telegraph. Examples of torpedoes.
There's a sailor girl, y'all better grab it.
Oh, here we have Danny doing impersonation of the Shadow. Story of the battleship Maine, which of course led us into the Spanish-American War, was an excuse used. In the background you can see some of the naval uniform dress. Some of the heroes of the forgotten wars or naval engagements. Excellent museum. This is the famous portrait of battling the Barbary pirates. Lieutenant Stephen Decatur. Portrait of Reuben James, which of course also gave name to a later song.
Oh God.
You've seen naval attacks, that was called an Owens attack. Here we have our mates in their hats.
Were you born with that thing on your shoulder?
I think I was. You were born with good looks. I was born with a camera on my shoulder. Amazingly good humor. As it's time to hit the road.
I got one. Where are you supposed to be?
On the bus.
Are you really?
That's where you're heading, Sarah.
Get out of here.
At the National Cathedral now. Going to tour and see some of the locations and sites here. The cathedral's made entirely of limestone and is unsupported by any steel beams or braces. Presently under refurbishing and repair. This is non-denominational.
Kevin.
They say they're building this by hand? Or
Pardon me?
did they say that they were building this by hand?
They're rebuilding it.
By hand?
Uh-huh.
And what's that?
Well, they use the crane to get the equipment up there.
We're inside now. This is the resting place of President and Ms. Woodrow Wilson.
Wait a minute. These people they're here. Okay. Let me welcome you to Washington Cathedral. You have just about 10 minutes to spend with us. Enjoy your visit to the 14th century Gothic style. There's much to share with you. We'll share some of the more important points in the brief period of time you are here. This is a house of prayer for people of all faiths. We keep our doors open for visitors through voluntary contributions. So we ask our young people as well as others if you can share nickels, dimes, loose change with us. We do have some offering plates here on the table, and we welcome your gifts. And Mrs. Yeah, I'll be with you just for that thing. We'll have your tour guide who will walk you through. Look, come with her, please. Stay very close to her. Thank you. Thank you.
I think it's my car. I don't think it's yours.
This is your deal all the way.
All they'd let you preach is one time after you quietly move up so that you can hear.
All right.
Sarcophagus has 3 seals across the front. One, the president's seal, and I use it every time President Reagan speaks. The seal is somewhere close beside him. One, New Jersey. He was governor of New Jersey. And one, Princeton University. He was president of Princeton University. This whole Bay Area is dedicated to President Woodrow Wilson. Right now, we're going to go up to the crossing. No, we're not.
We can go in there, can't we?
Everybody here? Okay, 2 or 3 things I want to point out here, and then we're simply going to walk around the side chapels, up to the high altar, around through one of the side chapels on the north, and then down the north side. The church was built cruciform, meaning cross form, specifically a Latin cross, and that simply means that the axis from east to west is longer than the axis from north to south. Right here where they're intersected, it is called crossing. This is really the largest bay. A bay is 4 piers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the space between. We were standing in a bay looking over in front of Woodrow Wilson's sarcophagus. We are in another bay, much, much larger. These piers are so huge because they've got the weight not only of the ceiling, but on top of that, the lead roof, and on top of that, the Glory in Excelsis Tower. So there's a tremendous amount of weight being brought down through the 4 piers. The roses, 3 of them, the one in the north went in first. All 3 of them, by the way, are over 20 feet diameter. This one in the north is the judgment window. Christ is the center figure, and above his head at 12 o'clock, 2 angels guarding the gates of heaven, and at 6 o'clock below his feet are the flames of hell, partially obscured by the railing there. The one in the south and in next. This is the only window in the cathedral that all the glass came from the United States, came from West Virginia. This is the church triumphant from the book of Revelation. To give you an idea of size and distance in the cathedral, both central figures in both of these roses are over 6 feet tall. From here they look ever so small. Now the one in the west, when the artist was designing that, decided that if he used figures, we have to have binoculars to read the window. So he decided just to let colors tell the story of creation. This is called the creation window. Do you see how it has little dots of color throughout it? He used not only flat pieces of glass, but chunks of glass that he faceted as you would a diamond for a ring. So you get a prismatic effect as the light hits them. It's not going to wake up very much today because it's so cloudy out, but in the afternoon when the sun starts moving to the west, it can be very spectacular. The flags are state flags in order of admittance, starting with Delaware up on the left-hand side. Where's your state flag? What number are you? Down there.
24.
probably over here on the
About the fourth from the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you do. About the fifth from the end.
He'll just have to find out sure. He's just around.
There's our flag. Beautiful.
The iconography theme is translated into the Bible from Greek and Latin into English or Anglo-Saxon at the same time. All right, now we're going to go to the side channels. Come in the west, and your eyes would look toward Christ in majesty and the altar, and you would get a vanishing point. You know the two railroad tracks together in the distance? And the vanishing point would be Christ in majesty and the cross. The artist did not want your eyes to do that. So they literally bent it, usually it's called a broken axis. Also, if the axis were straight,